Aang versus Korra. Who is the better avatar? It's been nearly 4 years since the Avatar franchise graced our television screens, but the love for The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra is still alive and well. We're huge fans of both series, obvs, but that doesn't mean we're above a little friendly competition, because we're not. Today's investigation will ask one hotly debated question. Who is the better avatar, Aang or Korra? Let's get into it. Aang and Korra are both amazing avatars in their own right, and don't you dare tell us otherwise, okay? We don't tolerate any avatar hate. We investigate because both are great. To answer this hotly contested question, we're gonna look at a few specific aspects of each character, their abilities, their failures, and their accomplishments. First up, let's take a look at Aang's abilities. Aang was an incredibly accomplished airbender even at a young age, and over the course of the series, The Last Airbender, Aang became a very solid water, earth, and firebender, though he certainly wasn't a master. In part thanks to his amazing teachers, Aang was able to learn other impressive skills. Toph, greatest of all time, the GOAT, taught him seismic sense, using earthbending to feel his surroundings through vibrations in the ground. Zuko, greatest of all time, the GOAT, taught Aang lightning redirection, a technique that saved his life in his final battle with Fire Lord Ozai, who is of course played by the legend Mark Hamill. Oh, how the tables have turned, Mark. Aang also masters the Avatar state, despite his initial resistance to some of the Guru's teachings. Due to his unwillingness to kill Fire Lord Ozai, Aang was able to connect with a legendary lion turtle, who granted him the ability to energy bend. Remember that episode? That was a trip. This is an amazing and unique form of bending that allowed Aang to take away Fire Lord Ozai's bending entirely. It was so dope. I cried tears when that moment happened. I'm not gonna lie, I straight up cried when the light was shooting out. I was like, and the show did it! They pulled it off!
What did you do to me?
I took away your firebending. You can't use it to hurt or threaten anyone else ever again.
It's also important to note that Aang did the vast majority of these things within a single summer. Impressive to say the least. But Korra is no scrub either. Like TLC, we don't want no scrubs. Korra is an incredibly proficient fire, earth, and water bender. Now, she did struggle immensely when learning airbending, but to be fair, her teacher was J.K. Simmons and she wasn't quite his tempo.
Not quite my tempo.
I'm just kidding. But her other skills more than make up for it. Eventually, she became a solid airbender, though she certainly didn't rival the skills of Aang. Korra was also an efficient healer, a sub-skill of waterbending. Plus, she was the world's very first metal-bending avatar.
I can't believe it. I'm metal bending.
That's metal. Korra also eventually mastered the Avatar state, though she also lost connection to the past avatars. The Avatar state not only provides power to its user, but it basically stacks the skills of every Avatar incarnation that came before. So theoretically, Aang's Avatar state is stronger than Korra's. While both avatars are quite powerful and have diverse skill sets, we think that Aang's skills edge out Korra's in this round. Ding, ding, ding! First round goes to Aang. Nicely done, kid. Go take a little spin on an airball. Have some fun. You've earned it. Watch out for that rock. Ooh! Aang, every intro you do it. Every single one you hit that same rock, buddy. Come on. You know that it's there. Next, we'll take a look at both Aang and Korra's biggest failures as avatars to determine which were more consequential to the balance of the world. Aang's biggest and most blatant failure was that he fled the Southern Air Temple and ran from his duties as the Avatar. This is of course due to his nature, which is one of the things that makes us love Aang. He doesn't seek out conflict, he avoids it to a fault. When Aang abandoned his duties as the Avatar, this led to 100 years of pain and suffering for countless people throughout the world. The Fire Nation rose to power and wreaked havoc on every nation. They attacked the Water Tribes, impregnated the Earth Kingdom, and their factories of war were even shown to have horrible effects on Fire Nation villages. But of course, worst of all, their search for Aang himself led to the Air Nation genocide, which led to Aang becoming the titular Last Airbender. Obviously, this can't be placed entirely on Aang, he's just a kid, but as the Avatar, his role is to bring peace and balance to the four nations. This was a role he rejected with dire consequences, though most importantly, when the consequences of his actions became clear, Aang fully accepted his role and thrust himself into the heart of conflict. Though we might be forgetting Aang's actual biggest failure.
My name is Aang. And I'm the Avatar.
Shouldn't have brought it up. Should not have brought it up. Okay, all right, okay. We're gonna blame M. Night Shyamalan for that one, but at least Glass looks dope. Welcome back, M. Night. You did it. Korra's failures tend to be a bit more personal. While Aang sought compromise and peace without conflict, Korra was headstrong and often leapt before she looked. That's what I loved about her. Her first major failure was losing her bending abilities to the incredibly powerful bloodbender Amon. While Amon pretended to be a champion of non-benders, he actually possessed bending skills, the likes of which had rarely been seen in the Avatar world. This guy was a real piece of shit. This included the power to take away a bender's bending abilities. Despite knowing this, Korra faced him head on. Amon got the better of Korra, and he took away her water, fire, and earthbending.
I told you I would destroy you.
But fortunately, she connected with Aang's spirit and regained her ability to bend. Korra's next failure was the loss of her connection to the past avatars. Her connection to both the avatar spirit Rava as well as her past lives was severed. This has pretty huge implications for the future of the avatar, as her connection to the past avatars was never technically re-established. While the loss of her connection to the past avatars is a pretty big blow, Aang's aversion to conflict led to the suffering of countless communities for 100 years, and during this 100-year period, the world was completely out of balance. For this reason, we see Aang's failures as having much bigger consequence and award this round to Korra. Nicely done, Korra, you've earned it. The last category we're gonna look at is Aang and Korra's accomplishments, and they both have plenty of them. This round really highlights why we love both characters. Aang is basically an airbending prodigy, okay? At age 12, he invented an airbending technique called the air scooter, becoming the youngest airbending master in history. That is, until his own granddaughter, Jinora, became a master at age 11. During his travels, Aang helped countless people when they most needed it, in the middle of a world war. Aang also learned to bend water, earth, and fire all over the course of a summer. Aang even achieved his goal of defeating Fire Lord Ozai without killing him, ending the 100-Year War. Those are some pretty good accomplishments. After the series ends, Aang and Zuko use the Fire Nation's war colonies in the Earth Kingdom to found Republic City, a haven for people of all nations to live and thrive. Y'all should read the comic books, they're good. Later, as seen in The Legend of Korra, Aang defeats the evil bloodbending villain Yakone and takes away his bending.
I'm taking away your bending for good.
A seemingly smaller accomplishment, though still important, Aang was able to pass the teachings of the air nomads onto his son, Tenzin, voiced by J.K. Simmons, who passes them on to his children, keeping the spirit of the Air Nation alive. And of course, we all remember Aang's greatest accomplishment.
My cabbages!
Take that, cabbage guy! So Korra had a lot to live up to after the age of Aang, but she did not disappoint.
I'm the Avatar! You gotta deal with it!
As a child, Korra was already able to bend 3 out of 4 elements, plus she was adorable. Korra even became a professional athlete when she arrived in Republic City.
It's the big kibosh! What a knockout!
Korra's outing of Amon as a hypocrite ultimately led to his downfall and death. She also helped restore the bending abilities to those who lost them to Amon's bloodbending. Korra also dealt with perhaps the greatest threat, with the highest stakes that we've ever seen in the Avatar universe: the evil spirit Vaatu. If Vaatu had fully defeated Korra, the world would have faced 10,000 years of darkness, and he almost succeeded. After destroying the Avatar spirit Rava and severing Korra's connection to the past avatars, Korra was able to find strength within her own spirit. She defeated Vaatu in this epic kaiju showdown with nothing but her own strength and a little help from Jinora. Thanks, Jinora. After her battle in the spirit world, Korra makes a decision to leave these spirit portals open, maintaining a physical connection between regular world and spirit world. This is a drastic change that allows people to commune with the spirits openly. It also led to one of her absolute greatest achievements, the re-emergence of the airbenders. Due to her decision to leave the portals open, harmonic convergence granted airbending abilities to dozens of humans around the world.
Of course, there would be no Air Nation without Avatar Korra. She opened the portals and somehow the world began anew for us.
One of Korra's toughest personal challenges was facing off against the anarchist group, the Red Lotus. This is a group of highly skilled benders led by newfound airbender Zahir and voiced by Henry frickin' Rollins. Zahir gained the ability to literally fly and was one of the strongest benders Korra ever faced. The Red Lotus wreaked havoc across the world, assassinating the Earth Queen and kidnapping the entirety of the new Air Nation. Selflessly, Korra turns herself over to the Red Lotus in exchange for the lives of the airbenders. The Red Lotus attempts to poison Korra and kill her while she is in the Avatar state, ending the Avatar cycle for good.
Your name will echo throughout history. Korra, the last Avatar.
but they underestimated her, as most people did. And while fighting off the poison that was destroying her body, Korra fought and took down Zahir. Absolutely epic. It took over 3 years for Korra to recover from the Red Lotus's poison, and when she returned, she faced another massive challenge, the Earth Kingdom's new dictator, Kuvira, voiced by the incomparable Zelda Williams. Man, these shows really know how to cast their villains. During their final battle, Korra actually uses the Avatar State to save Kuvira from the Spirit Gun, creating a third spirit portal in the middle of Republic City. And it once again changed the shape of the world forever. Holy crap, that's a lot of accomplishments. Both of these avatars are truly legendary. But now, it's time to pick our winner. And we know not everyone is gonna like it, but we think Aang's own son Tenzin said it best.
Korra, you've transformed the world more in a few years than most avatars did during their lifetimes.
That's the proof right there, baby. Not only did she achieve an unbelievable number of accomplishments over a few years, Korra's impact on the world was completely transformative in a truly positive way. We don't want to minimize Aang's achievements. I mean, we genuinely love Aang. He did some cool shit. He was only a kid, but Korra's accomplishments are incomparable. Round 3 goes to Korra, and overall, we feel confident in claiming that Avatar Korra is a better avatar than Avatar Aang. We know that some of you aren't gonna be happy about it, and we want you to tell us why. Do you think Korra or Aang was a better avatar? Let us know below in the comments. We absolutely love both Aang and Korra, and we want to hear why you love them too. And hey, if you like Korra as much as we do, you're gonna love this clip from Talkin' Toons, where Korra voice actress Janet Varney reads some Rey dialogue from Star Wars as Korra. New episodes of Talkin' Toons drop every Friday on ProjectAlpha.com. Watch it. Thanks so much for tuning in to this latest investigation. If you like our content, make sure that you subscribe and share and comment and all that fun stuff. As always, if you've got cartoons you're dying to hear about, tweet us at Nerdist and at Hector is Funny and let us know. I was going to close another case. Catch you on the next animation investigation.